Eagles are important for the environment because they're apex predators, so they are going to do a great job of managing the populations of the things they eat. At Lake Mitchell, we know for a fact we have lots and lots of flying squirrels. We love flying squirrels, but say that the population was to get out of control, something like an eagle would help control that population. So an eagle survey is a survey where we do what's called a continuous route survey, where we get on boats and we ride the shorelines of our reservoirs, and we look for soaring eagles or perched eagles, and also we look for bald eagle nests. In the event we find a bald eagle nest, it gets added to a GIS database and it gets protective buffers put around it so that we can make sure that we aren't unnecessarily impacting the nest. So Alabama Power has been involved in eagle surveys since the early 90s. As far as we can tell, it was around 1993 when the first eagle survey was conducted on an Alabama Power lake, and it was actually the lake we're at today. The eagle survey is important in a general sense because even though the species did recover from its endangered species status over a decade ago, we always want to make sure that the species that we spend so much time and resources recovering continue to do well. So by continuing these surveys, we're able to tell that the eagle is not only recovered but continuing to grow as a species. So Alabama Power has a long history of protecting bald eagles on our reservoir. Specifically, they were listed under the Endangered Species Act until 2008. And since that time, we have continued to do surveys just to ensure that the populations on our reservoirs are continuing to be healthy. Our preserved lands we manage, they are important for eagles and a number of other species, mostly because, you know, as we grow as a society, these kind of wild places and protected places become fewer and far between. So Alabama Power does a great job of setting aside land specifically for conservation. They're called natural undeveloped areas. If you're interested in getting involved in eagle surveys or bird surveys around Alabama, there are a number of citizen science initiatives that are really great about this. One of our partners is Alabama Audubon, and they do surveys around the state, and I'm sure they would love to have volunteers for that effort.